Hey everyone, so I am going to go ahead and figure out what diffuser I'm going to make, what oils I'm going to use. I do have some sample oils here, a ton of them, but I want to double check and make sure that they are compatible with making reed diffusers. Now, most of my fragrance oils come from CandleScience. I love that place. So I'm just going to head over here to CandleScience and see if any of the ones I have are on the list. So on the page, we're going to go to fragrance oils, and we're going to click on find the perfect fragrance. And this is going to open up their fragrance oil finder, which I love because you can break it down into categories of what you're looking for and find the fragrance oils a lot easier. So if we scroll down to where it says application, they have a list for different oils to use in different products such as soap and lotion. Lotion, I'm a little weary about making, but soap, I wouldn't mind making one day in the future just to test it out and see if it's something I want to do. But I am going to click on the diffuser base approved, and it looks like they have 67 different scents that are compatible with making with a reed diffuser. And then we're just going to head up to the top because for some reason the page doesn't scroll up or doesn't start at the top of the page. So once here, they have a nice apple harvest. They have a couple of scents here that I wouldn't mind trying, especially this black currant and jasmine one. Trying to see if there's any that I already have on this list here. Fallen leaves, I don't know if that would be good with a diffuser. But they do have Himalayan bamboo, and I have that one. I also have high tide. I do have passion fruit. Any other ones? Sea minerals I do have. And I have white tea, but I am going to go up to Paloma because I also have Paloma. And I think this would be a nice scent to test out. It's a very light scent. It reminds me of grapefruit, of course. Reminds me of the tropics. And tropics is something that is calming and soothing. So we're going to try this one. Now, I want to go down to where it says recommended applications. And every fragrance oil that CandleScience offers has this listed under each one. So this shows you the percentage that is safe to use with candles, bar soap, liquid, lotion, room sprays, perfumes, and at the very bottom there is the diffuser base approved. And this is the one that we're looking for. The usage says up to 22.3%. Because I only have a 1 ounce, I think that's a little over the percentage. I mean, not the percentage, the amount that I have available. So I'm going to lower that percentage down to probably about 18% and use it there. And I'll end up just using the full bottle to it. But these percentages are there because these are recommended by the industry of what is safe to use in these products. I strongly advise to go ahead and use within those percentages there. Not everyone's the same. Some of them are different. And on other websites, if you're not using CandleScience, you can always find the IFRA certificate. And once you click that, it will have a list of products that you can make, as well as the safe percentages that you can use. It is something that I'm still learning to use, but they are very, very important. And if you're at a website that doesn't list it, chances are they don't really know themselves. I feel like every website that sells oils should list these things. I'm gonna go to Himalayan bamboo. I do have a small amount. I just want to see the percentage for it. Yeah, it's up to 25%. So while Paloma was at 22.3, Himalayan is at 25%. I don't have enough for that one to make, so I might not make that one. Let's see. I don't think. Well, yeah, I think that's it. But I did add some other ones that I don't have, and I wanted to try out and see if they're going to work with the diffusers and become one of the final 4. Now the last 2, the blue spruce, sorry, is my free sample that's in there. But the apple harvest, those 2 I'm going to work on a fall candle and a winter candle. So that's why I'm putting those into the basket. But there are, I believe, 6 other ones that I can smell when they get here and test them out and see which one is going to make the final cut. Now, if you're wondering what solution I'm using the CandleScience EcoBase diffuser solution here. It works pretty. I'm hoping it works pretty well. I'm only going based off of the reviews right now, but I picked that one because I feel like it's more eco-friendly. It's more clean. And of course, the bottles that I purchased are the round ones. They're small. They come 12 in a case. And with the gold top stopper on it, for some reason they look so elegant, especially with those white reed sticks. But I picked the matte black round bottle stoppers because I wanted it to be cohesive with the rest of the line, because all the tops on my products are black. So I wanted it to pretty much fall in line with the brand. And then as far as diffuser sticks go, or diffuser reeds go, I picked the white fiber diffuser reeds, but I do want to invest in the flower and the spiral ones, and those can be like limited edition type reeds. But yeah, back to the EcoBase diffuser. Now, if you don't know how to make reed diffusers, they seem to be very simple to make. I think there is... I thought I saw another article that showed you exactly how step by step. Let's see if it's over here. No, I think this is all business. Yeah, this is all just the business side of it. But I'm going to go back to the solution. And they have this quick little video here that shows you how to make the reed diffusers. It's quick, it's to the point, but it doesn't really map out the math that you need. I'm sure there is a page on here somewhere, because I came across it, but I came across it through my email from CandleScience. So I think if you just type in reed diffuser at the top, then you can go ahead and find it that way. But enough of that. Let's just go ahead and get into making the actual product. Alright, so today we are going to make some reed diffusers. Like I said, I just feel like I need to start testing some other products to add to my comfort collection. So I have bought some things from CandleScience to help me do my first ever reed diffuser, and I'm kind of excited to make them. I did have samples already set that I purchased a long time ago. This one is Himalayan bamboo. I'm not sure if I'm going to do this one because I used it in room spray last year. So I might not have enough to do the amount that I calculated for. But I did go ahead and substitute just in case with solar sands, which smells really good. And then I'm also going to do the second one will be Paloma. And then also on Amazon, because I didn't want to always pull out my big crafting mat that I use to like catch all my candle liquids and stuff on it that I work on, I went ahead and I bought 2 of these small mats. Didn't realize how small they were, but 2 of these small mats that I could just work on for when I'm creating some new room sprays and also the diffusers down the road. So I'm just going to lay these out and this will be my workstation here. So here is everything that I'm going to be using. I have my container here, and then I have my measuring cup for my fragrance oil. I'm going to use 2 types of scales. So this one is to measure out the room base, and then this one is to measure out my fragrance oil. I have my measuring cup here. I have 2 pipettes to make sure I get the right amount of fragrance oil, and then I have my stirrer here. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to measure out my fragrance oil. Now, how I got to the amounts that I'm going to use for both my room base and my fragrance oil is I did some calculations before I got started. I went on CandleScience and they had a formula there that I'm going to try now to do these diffusers. I keep wanting to say room sprays. These diffusers. So here is the calculations that I came up with. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to take the weight of your container. So this is my container here. You're going to take the weight of the container, which is 6.1 ounces. That's listed on CandleScience. And you're going to times it by the amount, the percent of the fragrance oil that you want to use. So I'm going to use 18% for Paloma, and for solar sands, I'm going to use 15%. Now, when it comes to the oils that you use, just remember not every oil is compatible with making diffusers. Some oils are not that good for them, and it's not going to carry very well. So I picked the ones that are good for diffusers, and Paloma is one, Himalayan is another, and Solar Sands is one as well. So before you get started on mixing anything, I suggest going ahead and just doing a little research and finding out how much the percentage can go up to. But you take the size of, the weight of your jar, and you times it by the percentage you're going to use, and that is going to give you your fragrance oil that you need to use for just one. Mine came out to 0.9776, I think, and I just rounded it up to the nearest number, which gave me the 0.98. Then to find out the calculation for your base, you're going to simply take the same 6.1 ounce and you're going to subtract the 0.98, your fragrance oil, from it, and it is going to give you how much you need for your base. So that's 5.12 ounces in my case, or 145 grams. I like to use grams instead of ounces. It's just a little easier, and I'm so used to it now. So this is my calculation, and this is how much I'm going to need to make one diffuser with Paloma. So now that we have our calculations all set, we are going to go ahead and we are going to measure out the fragrance oil first. So I'm going to turn on my scale, and both of my scales are already set to grams. so we're all good to go. Put my cup there, and you're going to tare it out to 0.0. And seeing as this is well, it's not so much a small amount, so I might be able to just pour it from the bottle. I almost forgot how much I needed to pour. I need to pour 28 grams, which will probably take up my whole bottle. Because this is a one ounce. Okay, so we have 28.2. It's 2 off. That's okay. So this is my fragrance oil, and I am done with that. So I'm going to put this aside. So the next thing we're going to measure is the diffuser base. So I have my bigger scale here. I cleaned out my measuring cup. I'm actually going to turn it on. Okay, and then I'm going to tare it. And then we're going to use our room base. And the room base is going to be 145 grams. So I always feel like I'm doing my calculations wrong and that there's too much that I'm pouring in. But this is testing, and that's why we test. 145. Okay, so that should be enough for our diffuser. And we're going to turn this off for now. I'll put that to the side. And now we have our diffuser base right here. So next what we're going to do is we are going to pour our room spray in to our diffuser base. And I think you want to pour it in slowly. I just want to give it a little stir. Oh, you can smell. This is going to be strong, and it's going to smell good. I like the Paloma. I haven't used it in anything yet. It will be in the collection that I'm working on, so I have to buy another one now. But it just reminds me of grapefruit and like a sweet cocktail drink. So I'm going to stir it. And try and mix it all together. Make sure it gets in there well. Not quite sure how long to stir it, but I'm going to stir it the same amount I do when I make the room sprays. Okay, so now we want to pour our liquid into our jar. So fingers crossed this goes well. I actually should use one of my spouts, just so it doesn't spill all over. All right, so I don't have a big spout. I have a little spout. This is what I use for my room spray samplers. But we're gonna try and slowly pour this in here. Okay, I hope I didn't make too much, but we'll see. No, I think we're good. We are good. And we are going to top it. And there we have it. That's pretty simple. Our first room spray. I must really want to make room sprays. Our first reed diffuser. Okay, so now we have 2 finished diffusers. Don't worry, I know which one is which. And now I'm just going to label them with the information so that I don't get confused later on down the road. But I don't have regular labels, so I'm going to use these circle labels because I'm not using them anymore. So I am going to simply write down the date that they were made, which is 6/16/24. The scent that is used, and the percentage, which for Paloma was 18% fragrance oil. And put it on here. It's Paloma. And this one is Solar Sands. Now that way, if I want to make them again and they become a staple in the line, then I know how much I use and what I need to use. Now, I don't think I needed to fill them up. I could have easily did 3 ounces instead, but these are going to be, like most of my testing stuff, are going to be my samples just for me to test out and use for personal. But I wanted to get the full effect of what it would look like. So now that I have these 2, I'm going to stick the reeds in them, and that will be the final step. All right, so I'm going to test out the Solar Sands one first. And I have my sticks right here. And they suggest to do about 6 to 8 just to start. So I'm going to go on the low end and I'm going to do 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'll put the rest in here. So now that I have my sticks, I'm going to go ahead and put them in. This is my first time using a diffuser. I've only seen them be used by other people. So this is my first time. And that is it. And there you go. Pretty simple. Very easy to make. I think it took me about 10 minutes, maybe a little more, to make both of them. It's going to sit for the day, and then it's going to soak it up, and it should fill up the room. All right, so that was it for today's video. I wanted to do a little tutorial because I wanted to try this out for the first time. And I figured, why not show everybody else so maybe they can start making their own. But I think both of them came out pretty nice. I cannot wait to do further testing on other scents. And maybe I think I'm going to do probably about 3 of these. I'm not going to do as many as I would a whole candle collection. But I'll probably in the beginning just have 3 of these. And who knows, they might be ready to purchase sooner than later. But I do want to do as much testing as I can on these. If you like these little videos here, I can definitely show more of these little quick tutorials on how to do these simple products. As you saw, I always show my candle making process and my wax melt process. But if you would like to see more of this type of things, because I enjoy trying new things and making new things, then put a thumbs up in the comments down below. But with that being said, I am going to finish cleaning up here, and I will see you all in the next video. Now don't forget to hit that like button, the subscribe button, so that you can be notified when the next new video comes out. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram. All the links are in the description down below, as well as my Etsy shop also in the description down below. And with that being said, I am done here. I hope you all enjoyed the rest of your week, and don't forget to show yourself a little more appreciation. So with that being said, until next time, this is Tammy saying, take care, everyone. My apologies for the fan. It's kind of hot in my living room, but it is the next day, and I have overturned the sticks to the diffuser, and it is really starting to smell up the living room. I can smell it all the way by my bedroom, which isn't that far from here. But yeah, it seems like it's working. I'm really liking what I'm experiencing here. I can really smell the scent. It's really filling up the room, like I said. Yeah, I'm liking it. I'm going to continue testing it. I put the other one in my room to start testing, and we'll see how these two fare out.